In today's news, FS Minister confident BVI will exit grey list in 2 years. HODGE Smith says move will boost cultural and national events. Patrick Harrigan clubs, schools, and corporate teams unite for spirited second annual relay event. Class of 2025 honored for growth, pride, and academic excellence. We have the details of this and much more coming right up after a word from our sponsors.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hop. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us and a happy Wednesday's wish to all. Junior Minister for Financial Services, the Honorable Lorna Smith OBE, does not believe the BVI's grey listing is a setback. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, placed the BVI under increased monitoring, commonly referred to as the grey list, as its plenary on Friday, June 13th. Talk show host Claude Skelton-Klein shared on his program recently that this would lure businesses away from the territory. However, during a press conference on Monday, Minister Smith stated that being grey-listed is not a sanction.
I do not, while we have to keep an eye on progress, I do not expect that we will lose any business. When I look at when we consider other jurisdictions throughout the Caribbean, which have been grey listed, and I believe that Bermuda was the only country that was not grey listed. None of them lost any business. You think of Cayman, that was grey listed up to, I think, 2024 or late 2023. Their business increased. So there is no reason for me to think that there will be any loss of business. In fact, the 6 areas are very specific in terms of the areas that we need to strengthen. And I firmly believe that when the investors when persons observe the swift and visible progress that countries are making, or in the case of the British Virgin Islands as a jurisdiction, is making to fix those areas that have been identified, it boosts investor confidence. So I am aware that this point was made, but I think that person was very incorrect. There is no reason to believe that we're going to lose business.
Minister Smith made it clear they had already been working hard to correct the deficiencies identified in the report over the past year and succeeded in implementing many actions to the satisfaction, that is, of the FATF. She is confident, however, they will get this done and achieve their objective of being removed from the list within the next 2 years, and further explains why that time frame is needed.
This is the 2 years that has been set by the Financial Action Task Force. There are certain reporting periods, and it sounds like a long time, but the Financial Action Task Force meets 3 times a year only. And included in that 2 years would be another 6 months when, and I hope this happens, we're going to do our best that this happens. If we say came off in 18 months or even 12 months, there has to be another 6 months when they will have to come and make an on-site assessment, and then they report back. So that's the time frame. But it is important to also say that it has been acknowledged by the Financial Action Task Force, as I think I said in the statement, that the BVI has completed a lot of the actions, a significant number of the actions. Sometimes we put a percentage on it, but sometimes we prefer not to, but it's a significant number of actions. And there were 6 areas that I named out that we would need to complete. And I am confident that we will finish within that 2-year period.
Okay, you didn't speak to whether or not this is the first time?
This is the first time that we've been placed on the FATF gray list. Yes.
Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. The Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley, noted that the processes by the FATF are tough. However, he looks at it positively. The Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee has formally re-established. The announcement was made by Junior Minister of Tourism and Culture, the Honorable HODGE during a press conference on Monday. Now, the minister stated that at this moment marks the beginning of a new chapter in how they preserve and promote and elevate their culture and heritage through national events.
In February of this year, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Sustainable Development launched a transparent and exclusive recruitment process to reconstitute the committee in accordance with the Festival and Fairs Committee Act of 2005. Following public calls for expressions of interest, vigorous interviews, and a merit-based selection process, the new committee was appointed by Cabinet on 28 May 2025. It gives me great pleasure to officially introduce the members of the newly reconstituted Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee. As was announced earlier by the Premier, Mrs. Natalie Penlake is our chair. Ms. Lynette L. Harrigan, she is our vice chair. We extend apologies for her as she is traveling. Mr. Orrin Hodge is the treasurer. Ms. Janelle Letzam, public relations officer. Ms. Delia John Baptiste, member. Ms. Stephanie Christian Williams, member. And as you heard from the Premier, we will be re-advertising for members to represent our sister islands, Virgin Gorda, Jocelyn Dyke, and Anegada. Each of these individuals bring a unique blend of cultural, administrative, and community experience that will be essential to the success of this committee. Their appointments reflect our commitment to diversity, accountability, and the long-term development of our national events.
Hodge Smith has underscored the important role of the committee working in partnership with the ministry.
It is important to emphasize that the role of the committee goes far beyond festival planning. In the coming months, we will begin the process of transforming the committee into what will become the Festival and Events Board. The Festival and Events Board will be supported by its own dedicated staff and will operate year-round. This reform will strengthen our capacity to not only deliver on annual festivals, but to curate and support a broader range of national events that will bring value to tourism and reflect the deep cultural richness of the Virgin Islands. From emancipation to music, art, and culinary events, the future board will work collaboratively to build a vibrant, inclusive events calendar that enhances our identity and boosts our tourism product. In closing, I wish to thank all those who expressed interest in serving. We will be advertising again shortly to fill, as I said, the remaining seats, particularly those on the sister islands that are required by law. I also commend the newly appointed members for their willingness to serve and for stepping forward to shape the future of cultural celebration in these islands. We look forward to working together in partnership and with the people of these Virgin Islands to make 2025 and beyond a time of cultural pride, national unity, and creative excellence.
Up next, Hike and Beach Day at Pineapple Farms culminates Men's Health Month and much more. Coming right up, we'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
As As the winds start to whisper of approaching storms, it's time to safeguard your sanctuary.
Hey, have you checked your insurance policy lately?
Not recently. Why?
It's very important to check your insurance policy before the hurricane season.
That's a good idea. I'll reach out to my provider and get some information.
Awesome. Come, son, let's plan for emergencies together. We're gonna include your favorite comfort kit.
Thanks, Dad. That makes me feel safer.
We're packing extra medications and extra batteries for your hearing aid.
And by the way, don't forget my glasses.
Okay, Pops.
Alright, let me see. Okay.
Going on, dog?
What you saying? You good?
You got truck? Hey,
Well,
yo, doing?
I hear trimming some of the branches to make sure they don't cause a freak when the storm come.
Fair point. I gotta go clean out the gutter them down by me, so nothing don't build up. You know how that could go sometimes.
Makes sense. That sounds good. We gotta be prepared.
Facts.
Sometimes we get off track, but that's okay.
Yo, thanks for chilling with the dog today, you know.
Man, anytime, you know I got you.
Yeah, but the place so damn hot now. And you know the old people them say when it's so hot, a storm somewhere out there coming.
Listen, I rebuke that in the name of great God of the universe, okay? Let me move these stuff so they don't cause a problem.
Alright, me and my neighbor window get knocked out at all, Mr.
Remember, we're in this together. Reach out to your community, lend a hand, and shield each other from the storm's challenges. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for sticking with us. The Air Shirley Recreation Grounds came alive this past weekend with the vibrant return of the Patrick Harrigan Relays, now in its second year. From spirited student heats to fiercely contested corporate relays, the event delivered a full day of track action and community spirit. The day began with the under-13 sprint medleys and gradually built toward the headline corporate events, with participation spanning all ages and all groups and sectors, as well as schools, clubs, and local companies showing up in force, solidifying the relays as a growing fixture in the BVI sporting calendar. This year's turnout reflected growing momentum. Primary and secondary schools competed alongside local track clubs, and corporate involvement saw a notable increase. Teams from the Ministry of Education, Digicel, NCRR, RTW, and the Police Department all took part, showcasing friendly competition and shared enthusiasm. We just want to participate for the fun of it. It was a great turnout and it felt good to be a part of something that brings the community together, said Alea Morris, a runner representing Digicel's team. The corporate 4x100-meter relays closed out the event on a high note. Crowds gathered to cheer as runners battled down the final stretch in both men's and women's heats. From sharp baton exchanges to underdog surges, each leg kept the audience energized. The Ministry of Education, RTW, and police were among the standout competitors, turning the final races into a crowd favorite.
And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. Ministry, police, and RTW. We have police has taken the lead. The ministry, jump up there. And the ministry, Mr. Barrett. Don't let him beat you, Mr. Barrett. As we talk about you all day, we're going to talk about you, Mr. Barrett. All righty, you represent. Mr. Barrett gone there. The ministry, we have police. And police said, not today, I'm taking this back. But they're struggling with the ministry. Ministry, hold on, ministry, hold on. This is your event. Hey, you can't look bad. You can't let police beat you. And the ministry has taken it down, followed by police and Rotang Wholesale bringing in the rear. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your corporate battle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your first leg. That's Auntie Smith out there running. All righty, Auntie girl, you represent. All right, Digicel is in the lead. I think that Sable's there on the back stretch and the ministry bringing up the rear. Next, baton change. All righty, so that Sable's out in front. The ministry is trailing and Digicel is bringing up the rear. Let's go, Sables, the ministry coming. All righty, and that Sables with the first leg. Tarika there bringing it down. The ministry chasing her. And Digicel is bringing up the rear. Digicel come in the ministry. Digicel come in the ministry. Digicel come in the ministry. Run the ministry. Run the ministry. Lord, she catch you. All righty, that was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. That is your...
The event wasn't just about who crossed the finish line first. It was about movement, participation, and legacy. The day reflected a well-organized effort that brought together schools, clubs, and workplaces in the spirit of friendly competition and unity. Now, as the relays continue to gain traction, organizers hope to see even greater involvement next year. We're building something meaningful, one announcer shared during the closing moments. From birth to the grave, we're making sure our people stay active. Now, the Patrick Harrigan relays stand as a strong reminder that sports has the power to connect all sectors, from students and professionals to public and private sector teams, around a shared commitment to motion, wellness, and collective pride. Men's Health Week in the Virgin Islands came to a close over the weekend with a scenic hike and beach day at the Pineapple Farms in Brewers Bay, hosted in collaboration with the BVI Eco Adventures. The event capped off a week of activities focusing on raising awareness and sparking action around men's physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, while reflecting on the importance of the initiative, stated, and I quote, "Men's Health Week is more than a campaign, it's a call to action. We must keep encouraging our men to prioritize their health, speak up when they need support, and take full advantage of preventative screenings. These events help," he said, "to create a culture where wellness is normalized and supported at every level of society." This year's observance was spearheaded by the Office of Gender Affairs and followed a theme, Strong Minds, Strong Bodies, Navigating Men's Health from Crisis to Recovery, which also highlighted the need for holistic care and early intervention. Among the week's highlights as the high-energy men's street workout session held by fitness trainer Mr. Issa Andrews, which encouraged men to embrace active lifestyles while fostering connection through movement. A panel discussion brought together local experts and advocates to explore critical issues impacting men's health. Panelists included psychologist Dr. Michael Turnbull, fitness enthusiast Mr. Mackenzie Baltimore Jr., medical doctor Dr. Chiselle Boville Chichester, and financial secretary Mr. Jeremiah Frett. Topics range from building mental resilience and benefits to preventative care, as well as breaking the silence around illness. In addition to physical activities and discussions, the week featured a clothing drive, where gently worn clothing were collected and handed over to the Family Support Network, and donations of food baskets to the Social Development Department to be distributed to men in need. Up next, the annual Family, Friends, and Community Sunday is taking center stage this weekend. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Orange alert! Orange alert! Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Life is unpredictable, and when a storm is coming, having a plan can make all the difference.
We need a plan in case of a hurricane. Everyone, let's work together on this.
This is where we go in case if we need to evacuate. This is safe away from flood zones.
I will use this room as our secure space if we have to stay home.
Don't forget to save our local contacts and also our off-island contacts.
Right. And we need to have a plan for our pets too. They can't go to shelters, so we need a safe place for them.
In case we get separated, we should have a meeting spot. How about the community center?
That's good. And we can leave a note there too.
I feel safe knowing we have a plan.
With a plan, you're not just preparing for the worst, you're taking control of the situation. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, forget that.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Jos Van Dyke Primary School brought its academic year to a extremely powerful close by honoring the growth, achievement, and leadership of its standout students. As part of the final Student of the Term celebration for 2024-2025, the school spotlighted two remarkable student ambassadors who not only earned high honors but also exemplified what it means to lead with heart and humility. The school's Student Ambassador Program, originally launched in 2014 under the former principal, has served as the foundation of leadership development at the Jos Van Dyke Primary School. This year, under the guidance of Principal Brittany Glasgow, the program reached a new level of excellence, with students taking greater initiative, showing more confidence, and cultivating a deeper sense of school pride.
The School Ambassador Program has truly evolved in the past school year. I have seen an increase in school pride, and we have definitely created a culture of respect and service at our school and in the community. And I believe it has shaped personal growth. Our two students were very shy at the beginning of the school year, and now they are more warm, they are more outgoing, and they take a lot of initiative when caring for their school and for the visitors that visit us.
Among those recognized were valedictorian Victor Soriano Beard and salutatorian Marla Monet Gray, who brought the graduation to a high honors and proudly served as ambassadors throughout the school year. Victor's time at JVD Primary was one of growth, responsibility, as well as pride. In his final remarks, he shared what the journey has meant to him.
My name is Victor Soriano Beard. I am from the Jos Van Dyke Primary School. I am the valedictorian for class of 2025. My journey here has been tough in education and studies, and I've built a lot of progress in my daily subjects. It means to me as taking leadership roles for younger children in other grades. It means that I set the example for them, and what they do depends on me. The moment where I felt proud was when they had a ceremony for former principals, and I felt honored to shake my last principal's hand.
Marla Monet's reflection captured the spirit of confidence, kindness, and quiet strength that defined her role as a student leader. This year's SOT tribute was more than an academic award. It was a celebration of personal growth, school culture, and the meaningful impact that student leadership can have on a society. The featured video, which includes a walkthrough of the school campus and interviews with students and staff, is now available on the school's website as well as the official media platforms. As the class of 2025 moves forward, their legacy of kindness, respect, and excellence sets a very high bar for the next generation to follow. The Shekinah House of Prayer's annual Family, Friends, and Community Sunday will take place this weekend on Sunday, July 6th at the Festival Grounds with local, regional, and international artists.
This is our third annual where we're actually having it outside of the four walls, as you mentioned. And for that particular concert, because at Shekinah House of Prayer, we do things on a different level.
I agree.
And so this year we have 2 international artists, and we're excited. I'm hearing feedback from the community, from the family, from the friends, that they're excited. So we're looking forward to that concert, which begins at 6 p.m. And of course, it starts off with our very own Shekinah House of Prayer worship team, along with our amazing band. And we will just start it off, and then we bring on some other local artists, and then we go straight into our international artists. And we all know it's out there, positive.
Okay.
It's live and direct from Trinidad will be with us, along with Minister Marvia Providence out of Jamaica. So it's already, like I said, people are excited, and it's going to be an amazing event.
The entrance fee are non-perishable food items, which is going in support of the community pantry at the church.
So the admission is non-perishable items. You can bring sugar, salt, flour, rice, any canned goods.
Okay.
So that's all you need to bring. Those items would be given to our community pantry to assist anyone in the community that needs help. So we encourage everyone to bring 1, 2, 3, even if you want to bring a case of something,
Okay.
that would be really appreciated.
Minister Linda Andrews spoke about what aspects of the day she is most looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to getting my family out. We all have those family members who has their little, nick about church.
Of course.
So, but when it's outside, I think it allows for an avenue where they feel like, okay, they're not congested and they're not being preached down on, because it's going to be a high praise, because it's going to be worship, because there's going to be prayer. So you're free to enter and just enjoy the environment as it is in its natural state. So I think I'm looking forward to that. My family members, even my friends, co-workers, persons who you would normally see inside of the church, that this will help bring them together, and that they can still hear the word of God directly and indirectly in a way that, they thought, oh, I didn't know that you can, actually hear the word of God in this avenue. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Pastor of the Shekinah House of Prayer, Pastor Deanna Samuel, and members spoke on the annual day, which seeks to unite and bring family, friends, and community members together.
Okay, for our service in the morning, which begins at 10 a.m., they can expect praise. Shekinah House of Prayer, I think one of our staples for our church is praise and worship. We are very passionate about that. And so that is what you will see, high praise to God. Okay. We are going to be penetrating the airways with praise and prayer. Prayer for our territory, prayer for our families, prayer for our friends, and a mini word.
Okay.
But that's what you can expect in the morning. Usually for the last 2 years, we served food to the community free of cost on the Sunday morning. This year, we will not have that. We'll just focus heavily on the Sunday evening, the concert, when it comes to food, yes.
For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. And that is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Wednesday's wish to all. Happy Wednesday. Goodbye.